Okay, we're ready to start shooting assignment number 2. And since I'm not here with you today for class, I thought I would make an instructional video for you so we can go over it together and the process that you're going to go through to do this assignment. Shooting assignment 2 and shooting assignment 3 are basically the same assignment. We just use opposite settings for 2 than we do for in 3. So this should hopefully help you with both assignments actually. So what we're going to do is we're obviously going to remove our lens cap from our camera, and on the dial up top we're going to go to the M mode and turn our camera on. Okay, now on our cameras, on our LCD panels on the back, hopefully you'll be able to see this on the video. I'm going to try to tip the camera so you can see it. If you arrow up, you now see there's three sets of numbers across the top. One is a fraction number and one is a decimal number with an F in front of it. The fraction number is the shutter speed, and for this assignment, shooting assignment number 2, you're going to set that to 1/40th, and that means 1/40th of a second is how long your shutter will be open when you record an image. Then we're going to leave that setting alone. Then we're going to change the f-stop setting, and f-stop basically means that's the aperture or the amount of light, the size of that light opening that's going to allow light into the camera as we're taking our photo. The f-stop settings, you can see it has an arrow side to side on that, and that's how you change that. We're going to, whoops, I went the wrong way. We're going to take a photo at 2.8. Then we're going to take the same photo, and you'll understand a little more in just a minute, at 4.0. Notice we're leaving our shutter speed alone. Then you're going to take a picture at 5.6, and then you're going to take a picture at 6.3, and you're going to take a picture at 8.0. That's it for this assignment. You're going to take 5 photos. Now, what are those photos going to be of? Well, good thing you asked. You're going to basically set up a small still life of the same objects, okay? And you're just going to take a series of 5 photos. So for example, I set up my little M&M jar with some pens and pencils in it. I tried to not have a distracting background. I tried to zoom into my subject, and yours, when you hand it in electronically to StudyWiz, just like we've handed in shooting assignment number 1, will look a little different. I did this in a Word document, and I put the f-stop setting and a little text box right over the top of the photo, so we knew what those settings were, and we could just, kind of make some relationships with the higher the number means the smaller amount of light that's coming in, making then our photo darker. So here you can see my progression from 2.8. It's almost overexposed or too light, too bright. 4.0, 5.6, 8.0, and 11.0. I had a different camera when I took this photo, so I didn't have the 6.3, and instead of stopping at 8, I went up to 11.0. So you can see that difference. In the 11.0 and probably in your 8.0, there's a good chance that you won't see very much of the image at all. So don't be worried if your 8.0 is completely dark. You also may come in with a photo that has your 2.8 completely white. You can barely see any of the colors or any of the image in here. One thing that's very, very important for this assignment is no flash. We want to use just natural existing light. So you can tell, just set up a little assemblage or still life of objects. Could be things out of your book bag, could be things out of your pocket, could be things you find in the cupboards here in the art room, could be whatever you'd like it to be. And so you're going to just change those settings. You saw how fast it was for me to change those settings on the camera. That's all you're going to do to take this picture or this series of photos to hand in. Then you'll follow the same procedure that you did for shooting assignment 1 in Photoshop, having an SA2 album, selecting all those photos, renaming them. When you rename them, you want to rename the photo. Like in shooting assignment 1, we had Action 1 or Sports 1, Sports 2, Portrait. For this one, you're going to name it what the f-stop setting was. So you'll have images that are named 2.0, 4.0, 5.6, 6.3, and 8.0. Then when you print that contact sheet as a PDF to upload to the gallery for this particular assignment, those will print below your photos. All right, now if you didn't catch that, how to set the camera settings in the beginning, rewind this video, start at the beginning, and watch it. It's really not that tough, and I think you're going to find it pretty interesting to see how your photos come out.